Greetings! It's the Captain here, and one of the videos we're going to shoot today is of this, the new Gibson Les Paul Vermillion, which is part of the Slash kind of signature collection of Les Pauls. And I thought to myself, what guitar amplifier do I own that we could put this particularly fine axe through? And then I went, I know! I've got the AFD100 special signature one, number 2 in the whole world. Come on, B, let's put you back into it. Is it which side's the whole?
So glad I'm this end of the camera.
And although I've had this in my amp collection for about 2 or 3 years now, I've never actually tried it.
Oh, it's exciting.
It's like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It's like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I feel she's melting! There we are.
Yeah. This one was signed by Slash, was it?
There were 100 of these made in flight cases with this snake skin kind of covering and a different chrome front that were all signed by Slash. He has serial number 1 and apparently serial number 100. And I have serial number 2.
Wow.
So, in fact, if you flip it round, I'll show you the signature on the back. There it is. That's his real name, look.
Wow.
Slash, number 2.
Although Slash isn't actually his real name.
No, I know it's Soul.
Yeah.
Or Saul.
Soul, yeah.
But there we are.
From Stoke-on-Trent, what a legend.
So let's run this bad boy up.
Greetings, I'm Rob Chappers.
And I'm the Captain.
And we're at sunny, bright Andertons, mostly because of these bulbs shining on us.
We certainly are, getting a suntan whilst giving you some fantastic information about the latest and greatest gear in the world of guitars and amplifiers.
Like the Gibson Vermillion.
The Gibson Vermillion, which is the second Slash Les Paul that 2013 has seen. The first one being the Rosa Corsa, and the Vermillion being basically much the same, just a slightly different shade of red. And you know what? Rob's just done a whole heap of playing. I don't know if he's cutting it in yet or not, but Rabir and I sat outside and Rabir said to me, he said, you know what? He said, you can normally never just go and buy the same guitar an artist has with the same amp an artist has
and sound like the artist.
Yeah. And he said, but that literally, I mean, Rabir's laughing because he's got it in the headphones going, that's exactly the Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It did sound
off
just
the
like
album.
It, yeah. We did one tiny change. We changed the strings to 11s because Slash uses 11s in E flat, and made a lot of difference for the way it felt as a player.
Yeah.
And also we did a couple of changes to the guitar. We just lubed the nut and did some sort of general setup-ery.
Just setup stuff, isn't it?
And then played the living hell out of it.
what is this? The Vermillion is basically another of the Les Pauls based on the guitars in Slash's collection. It's a 60s taper neck, so basically pretty standard neck on any Les Paul to in recent years.
Slim.
It's a traditionally weight relieved body, and it has the Seymour Duncan Slash signature pickups in there. So I was actually thinking, you know what, if you've actually got a Les Paul, even if you've got an Epiphone Les Paul or something and you want to sort of slashify it,
Yes.
I'll put a link in the description below about how you can buy these pickups on their own, because they're not an expensive add-on.
I'm really hoping that it doesn't come out really orange on the video, because this isn't really a super orangey kind of guitar.
It's a faded cherry, isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is, under the lighting, it takes on a very different hue to in like normal everyday kind of out and about playing a guitar type colours. So it may look a little bit brighter on the video than it does in real life.
But it's pretty, isn't it? AAA flame top.
Yeah, very nice.
Quarter sawn mahogany.
USA made Gibson. Doing
Comes with a cool case.
Yes.
With the Slash logo on the front here, and Slash's R and F and R, which is aimed at you kids at school. Read and write. That basically says.
If you spell right with an R. Should we give them some basic tonery tones?
Yeah, I mean...
Well, but we should talk about the
Well, do you know what? I'm going to make a plea now. Please, someone from Marshall, watch this video. Please. And take it from me, this is the best sounding amplifier that you have made in probably the last 25 years, in my opinion.
Really?
Please, 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 pretty please, could you make another amplifier at some point in the not too distant future that basically just sounds like this? Because this is, when I think of Marshall and when I think of Les Paul,
yeah. You think of that tone?
that's what comes out. There's loads of other cool Marshall. I suppose, you could think of guys like Gary Moore and, plenty of synonymous kind of, Paul Kossoff, all that kind of, synonymous Les Paul and Marshall users that don't sound like that. But when I think of, just like, a tone.
Yeah.
That's a tone.
This is a modded JCM800, isn't it?
It's was based on the AFD, and this isn't a video about AFD because this
No, but it's really cool, so we can talk about it as well.
Yeah, I mean this amp was a limited edition amplifier from about 3 years ago, but it was based on, if I remember rightly now, and I correct me if I get this wrong, but it was the JCM800, I think, that Slash hired to do the AFD thing, which was allegedly a modded amp anyway. I think that's what it is, but with a couple of other mods like the effects loop that's in the back of it now, and there's like a power button knob. I can't remember exactly, to be honest with you, but as I said, please Marshall, that's the sound, and we're running it through well, this is us being really lazy, because we're in like an upstairs video room, and we had a 4x12 in the room anyway that was vintage 30 loaded, so it kind of is, that's this type of cabs Slash would use. I thought, I can't be bothered to walk downstairs and bring a Marshall one up, given that it's got the same speakers in it as this one. So we're sort of using a different cab, but for lazy reasons.
But
I've just had some lunch, and apologies if you can see bits of it spraying out as I get excited.
But this is the tone, man.
It's the tone.
This is what happens.
We've got a Boss delay pedal and a TC reverb pedal through the effects loop, which you heard probably more than anything on that last, well, maybe you haven't heard it yet, I don't know. But, yeah. I mean, Revere and I genuinely were happy laughing outside about, I could buy a Gibson SG, an Angus Young Signature SG, and a Marshall JCM800 and I just wouldn't sound like Angus Young.
No.
You know, but for some reason, this with those pickups in it.
Just goes to show that actually Slash has quite a signature sound.
Oh, doesn't he?
Quite a unique tone.
Yeah.
That I think not a lot of people give him credit for. Maybe. I think it's
here's something for you. I'll just get my. This I thought drove home just how kind of iconic the Les Paul is. Facebook post today from Gibson.
Yeah.
That some of you have probably already seen, because I think it's already had like 1 billion likes or something. It's who is your favourite Les Paul player? And then it literally just lists everyone who's ever been any good on the guitar. Hang on, let me find it. This is boring, isn't it, in this part of the video? Here we go. Who is your favourite Les Paul player? Ace Frehley, Billy Gibbons, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page, Joe Bonamassa, Joe Perry, Mike Bloomfield, Paul Kossoff, another Joe Perry, he obviously had 2, Warren Haynes, Gary Moore, another Jimmy Page, and you just end up going, pick one of those.
Yeah, they're all amazing, aren't they?
They're all amazing, and all kind of with their own signature vibe, even though they've all used much the same guitar.
And much the same amp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just goes to show.
It's in the hands, man.
And in the wood. No, I didn't say that. So there we go.
Great.
All there is really left to say is that all the Slash Les Pauls are limited edition. So, you know, I guess at some point over the coming weeks you'll watch this video and think, oh, I want one of those, and then you'll go to the Andertons website and realise they've all been sold. So, but, you know, just letting you know, they are all, so this one and the Rosa Corsa and every other Gibson kind of Slash edition model that he's done are all limited. So
it's just from the point of view of the player, really, really nice feeling guitar. It's so easy to play. I mean, it's just a great example of Gibson doing what they always did really well again.
Yeah, yeah, and it's about the same sort of price as a Les Paul Standard. So if you're thinking to yourself, well, I quite fancy a Les Paul Standard at the moment.
And again,
you know, maybe I'll go for the Slash one.
Maybe one of the signature guitars that you can play, and it doesn't matter that it's a signature guitar. It's just a great guitar.
It's I mean, I agree. I would
like
agree
the
on
Ibanez Gen. Lee, we're going to rate this guitar.
Okay.
I'm going to rate this 9.
Can I rate the whole sound that you got?
Oh, the whole sound, 10.
10.
Absolutely 10, yeah. But the guitar...
Well, I didn't really play it, but, you know, I love Les Pauls. It looks great. It sounds epic. So, yeah, I'm going to go with you.
I've been Rob Chappers.
I've been the captain.
Bye.